salt path, the dragon head turns to the foaming deep. From the sheltered fjord, the wind steed flies, breaking the mirror where the salmon sleep. Through the sting of the spray and the biting air, we carve a road where no grass grows. The serpent wakes in the churning gray as the iron-bound keel through the water goes. Heavy the harp along the way, we follow the wake where the white foam lies. 10 hands on the ashwood shafts, a rhythmic beat in the hollow hull. The whale road opens its wide dark maw, watched by the eye of the wheeling gull. Aegis daughters dance on the crest, lifting the prow to the heavy clouds. No walls of stone or hearth-fires glow, only the mast and the straining shrouds. Heavy the harp along the way, we follow the wake where the white foam lies. Spreads a net in the sunless depths, waiting for those who would lose their hold. But the Norns have woven a sturdy thread for the hearts of the brave and the seekers of gold. By the stars of the north the path is set, through the rolling hills of the restless main. The dragon bites at the surging swell, ignoring the toil and the salt-soaked pain. Heavy the harp along the way, we follow the wake where the white foam lies. The wake stretches back to the fading shore, a silver ghost on the darkening blue. Ahead lies the mist and the unknown strand, where the deeds of the bold begin anew. Let the scouts remember the dragon's path, when the halls are bright and the mead flows free, of the men who rode on the serpent's wake across the wastes of the winter sea. Heavy the harp along the way, we follow the wake where the white foam lies.
He walks in the shadows where gold lanterns glow, with secrets that only the trickster can know. A smile made of amber, a heart made of flame. He whispers a story and whispers a name. The air starts to shimmer, the truth starts to bend. Is he a sworn brother or a treacherous friend? Oh, beware of the glint of the silver tongue, of the songs that the weaver of lies has sung. A master of riddles, a spinner of fate, who opens the locks of the golden gate. He wears the bird's feathers to fly through the sky, then crawls as a spider to watch the gods die. The hammer was forged while he buzzed like a fly, a joke for the powerful a master of riddles, a spinner of fate, who opens the locks of the golden gate. Laughter that echoes in rafters of stone, the sharpest of blades that the Acer have known. He sows the wild discord and reaps the dark fruit, destroying the tree from the branch to the root. Hey! He mocks all the heroes and laughs at the wise, with stars in his pockets and eyes in his eyes. The fire he carries will burn through the night, a beautiful terror, a terrible light. Oh, beware of the glint of the silver tongue, of the songs that the weaver of lies has sung, a master of riddles, a spinner of fate, who opens the locks of the golden gate. The truth is a shadow, the lie is the sun. The trick of the silver has only begun.
The salt spray stings and the dark waters rise. The sun has been hidden from my weary eyes.
The dragon is broken, the mast has been torn. To the halls of the ocean a sailor is born.
The cold fingers reach from the bottomless deep to pull every soul to its eternal sleep.
Oh, round castanet in the churning gray, she gathers the fallen before the new day. Her tears are the brine that we drink in the dark, a burial shroud for the hull of my bark.
Will wait by the shore of the fjord, but I go to meet with the sea queen's accord.
No gold for my pockets, no meat for my thirst, just silver-scaled spirits and the bubbles that burst. Oh, Ron Casternet in the churning gray, she gathers the fallen before the new day. Her tears are the brine that we drink in the dark, a burial shroud for the hull of my bark. She binds us in seaweed and weaves us in silt, a kingdom of silence where no blood is spilled.
Forget the high mountains and smell of the pine.
The deep of the abyss is yours and is mine.
the light is a ghost.
I drift to the queen of the cold northern coast.
The iron weight drags on my chest and my soul.
The tides have at last taken over control. Run, cast her net in the churning gray. She gathers the fallen before the new day. Her tears are the brine that we drink in the dark, a burial shroud for the hull of my bark. The net is pulled tight, no more of the light into the deep, where the sailors sleep. The ashes gray upon the stone. The hall is vast, I sit alone. The north wind howls against the door to bring the ghosts of ancient lore. Your shield hangs heavy on the wall. A shadow stretches through the hall. Cold is the waterfall, cold is the sea. Long is the winter, you are far from me. The embers are dying, the light is spread thin. When will you come? When will you win? The fire fades, the night begins. The sea is a thief. The waves are a shroud. The salt is a crown. I watch the stars, they do not speak. The salt has stained my frozen cheek. Did the sea queen take you in her net, or is your sun not sunken yet? The embers flicker, losing light into the belly of the night. Cold is the waterfall, cold is the sea. Long is the winter, you are far from me. The embers are dying, the light is spread thin. When will you come? When will you win? hand is steady on the blackened hilt. The blood of cowards has been rightly spilt. The embers dance upon the winter wind to pay the price for every oath they send. The ash remains where once the timber stood. We wrote our glory in the soil and wood. The blade is thirsty, but the work is done. Beneath the shadow of the setting sun. Oh, I broke the wall where iron met the bone. The seeds of ruin have been widely sown. Their golden halls are nothing now but smoke. Beneath the weight of every strike I spoke. The ash remains where once the timber stood. We wrote our glory in the soil and wood. The blade is thirsty, but the work is done. Beneath the shadow of the setting sun. By Freya's grace, the victory is mine. A thread of fate, a dark and holy line. No hearth remains to warm the vanquished foe. Only the ash where icy currents blow. The blade is heavy with the weight of fame. The northern wind shall whisper out my name. The ash remains where once the timber stood. We wrote our glory in the soil and wood. The blade is thirsty, but the work is done. Beneath the shadow of the setting sun. The ash remains. The blade is still. The sky is gray above the frozen field. The wind is biting at the leather thong. I tighten up my grip upon the shield and listen to the raven's ancient song. The iron line is drawn in winter frost. Before the light of day is truly lost, the banners fly within the rising gale. They snap like thunder in the morning air. Our iron spirits will not ever fail, while Odin's
stand in wait down there. The enemy is gathered in the mist. Their spears are shining in the gutter light. The fate of men is twisted in the wrist of those who have the courage for the fight. Iron line is drawn in winter frost. Before the light of day is truly lost, the banners whip beneath a heavy sky. A tattered signal in the freezing rain. We do not fear to live or fear to die. Beyond the reach of shadows and of pain, let the silk be torn to shreds. Keep the courage in our heads. Stand together side by side, turning back the crimson tide. Along the rank of steady men, the brothers of the sword and of the oak, the world will hear the story told again. Above the fire and the rising smoke, the banners fly within the rising gale. They snap like thunder in the morning air. Our iron spirits will not ever fail, while Odin's children stand in wait down there.
The black wings are spread on the winter gray sky. I watch as the watcher goes circling by. He sits on the branch of the ancient white pine, his eyes like obsidian fixed upon mine. Is he a herald of victory soon, or a shadow of death beneath the pale moon? O bird of the slaughter, what truth do you keep, while the weary and wounded are falling to sleep? Are you the memory? Are you the thought of the glory and gold that the warriors sought? Did Odin send you from his high golden seat to follow the path of my wearying feet? Is my name on your tongue as you fly through the mist to the halls where the brave and the fallen exist? Is he a herald of victory soon, or shadow of death beneath the pale moon. O bird of the slaughter, what truth do you see in the blood on the grass and the heart within me? Are you the shadow? Are you the light that guides the shield maiden through the long night? The seekers of all, whose shadows descend on the great wooden wall, speak to the Norns of the thread I have spun before the last battle is finally won. I fear not the beak or the feathers of jet, for the time of my journey not over yet. But I walk in your shadow and fight with your grace until I can look at the All-Father's face. So bird of the slaughter, the truth is now clear. You take away doubt and you take away fear. You are the herald, the spirit, the sign that the favor rightfully mine. The watcher remains on the edge of the sky. The raven's own gaze never will die.
The smoke starts to rise. The crows are descending from charcoal gray skies. The shield wall is broken and scattered like sand. A silence has fallen across all the land. The names of the brave are now written in dust, beneath all the blood and the iron and rust. Oh, carry the ash of the fallen away, beyond the long reach of the light of the day, to find the great mead hall where Odin awaits, and enter the gold of the high shining gates. The spear shaft is splintered, the blade is now still. Upon the dark slope of the slaughtering hill, the embers are glowing where timber was red, a shroud of the winter for warriors dead. The names of the brave are now written in dust, beneath all the blood and the iron and rust. Oh, carry the ash of shining gates. The Valkyrie circle on wings made of smoke to honor the spirits of those who have spoke. The cycle of battle is finished and done beneath the pale light of a dying white sun. The pyre is burning, the journey is near, beyond all the limits of human-made fear. The smoke carries upwards to stars in the night, to join the great army in eternal light. Oh, carry the ash of the fallen away, beyond the long reach of the light of the day, to find the great mead hall where Odin awaits, and enter the gold of the high shining gates. The fjord is narrow in the silver light, the frost is white upon the dragon's head. I leave behind the fire of the fight, and navigate the shadows of the dead. The mist is heavy on the winter sea, a wall between the sailor and the shore. I wonder what is waiting there for me, beyond the heavy echoes of the war. Beyond the fog and through the biting frost, I seek the hearth where ancient fires burn, to measure all the glory that we lost, against the home to which I now return. My hands are weary from the iron weight, the victory was bought with blood and pain. I wonder if I've come a day too late, or if the village stands within the rain. The mist is heavy on the winter sea, a wall between the sailor and the shore. I wonder what is waiting there for me, beyond the heavy echoes of the war. Beyond the fog and through the biting frost, the smoke of home is all I hope to find, to see the price of every bridge we crossed, and leave the heavy ghosts of war behind. The oars are slow, the water's black, there is no turning, no going back. The Norns have pulled the silver thread between the living and the dead. The harbor opens in the misty gray, I watch for movement on the rocky pier. Will there be laughter at the end of day, or only echoes of a silent fear? Beyond the fog and through the biting steer the prow toward the quiet strand, to give the gods the glory and the cost, and touch the soil of my ancestral land. The mistletoe grew on the oak tree so high, I didn't believe it could cause him to die. I asked every stone and I asked every tree to keep my sweet Balder as safe as can be. But shadows were moving where light used to dwell. A trick was prepared in the silence of hell. Tears of the mother fall soft on the ground. The silence of Asgard is deep and profound. My golden-haired son has been lost to the dark. The trickster has left us a terrible mark. The blind god was guided by whispers of sin to throw the green dart and the sorrow begin. The light has departed and shadow remains, while love is now bound in the heaviest chains. But shadows were moving where light used to dwell. A trick was prepared in the silence of hell. The tears of the mother fall soft on the snow, a river of grief that will never quite go. The halls of the golden are hollow and gray, since Loki has stolen the light of the day. The giants are weeping in caves made of stone, but one heart is frozen and sitting alone. He laughs in the darkness at all that I've lost, with no care for blood or the terrible cost. I look to the west where the funeral fire is lifting my heart on a celestial pyre. The world is now colder and winter is near. The end of the ages is born of a tear. The tears of the mother are ice in the wind, for all of the threads that the trickster has pinned. My golden-haired son is a ghost in the hall, the first of the Aesir to finally fall. in the sky. Across the cold water the white ravens fly. The yoke of the vessel is ancient and strong, to carry the warriors where they belong. The lightning is striking the crest of the swell, far from the shadows where common men dwell. The tides of Valhalla pulling us deep, while watchers of Asgard their long vigils keep. To the halls of the gold in the land of the slain, beyond all the sorrow and physical pain. The salt from the spray turns the beard into white. We roll through the darkness to find the great light. The goddess of fate pulls the thread of the loom. She decides who will feast and who meets with their doom. The tides of Valhalla pulling us deep, while watchers of Asgard their long vigils keep. To the halls of the gold in the land of the slain, beyond all the sorrow and physical pain. Shields and shattered blades passing through the misty glades. Heimdall waits beside the gate to welcome us to our estate. Ship shatters the mirror of brine, a path for the heroes, a celestial sign. We fear not the currents or Aegis' cold hand. We sail for the shores of the heavenly land. The tides of Valhalla pulling us deep, while watchers of Asgard their long vigils keep. To the halls of the gold in the land of the slain, beyond all the sorrow and physical pain. The tide rolls in, the halls await, the dragon beside the gate. So you stand where the iron meets bone, the fiercest fighter I ever have known.
My blade met yours in a shower of light, two storms colliding in the heat of the fight.
No winner was found in the red of the clay, only the respect that was born on that day. Now we are bound by the iron and fire, lifting our shields as the battle grows higher. A pact made in blood, defend. I trust in your steel as my comrade and friend.
The world may fall and the mountains may break,
But the oath of the iron is one we won't shake. No winner was found in the red of the clay, only the respect that was born on that day. Now we are bound by the iron and fire, holding the line in the smoke and the mire. The clang of our metal is the song of the free,
The greatest of allies that the Acer will see.
The gnomes have twisted our threads into one.
A story of glory that's never been done.
Odin is watching from high on his throne.
To welcome the warriors he calls his own.
When the last of our enemies fall to the ground,
And the echoes of shouting are no longer found,
we'll stand in the silence with
blood on our hands, the strongest of spirits in all of the lands.
Now we are bound by the iron and fire, climbing the path to the celestial pyre. Together we walk where the Valkyries fly.
To the gates of the gold in the northern sky.
The oath is struck
The sparks remain
until the hall.
beyond the
The clouds turn to iron and charcoal and grey as the chariot driver begins his long way. The rumble of wheels shakes the roots of the world, where the banner of lightning is brightly unfurled. The air is electric, the mountaintops moan, as the king of the thunder descends from his throne. Behold the bright hammer, the crusher of bone, the mightiest weapon the Acer have known. It strikes like the sun through the heart of the gale, and shatters the armor of iron and mail. The giants of frost hide in caves made of ice, for they know that the hammer will extract its price. The mountain crag shivers and falls to the sea when the protector of Midgard has set the bolt free. The air is electric, the mountaintops moan, as the king of the thunder descends from his throne. Behold the bright hammer, the bringer of dread, until every giant is silent and dead. It flies through the heavens and returns to his hand, the guardian spirit of every Northland. Short is the handle, but heavy the weight, forged in the darkness to seal every fate. Eitri and Brocka, the masters of old, crafted the metal that Thor alone holds. When the hammer is raised in the center of fray, the shadows of terror are driven away. I fight in his shadow with courage and pride, with the strength of the thunderer here by my side. Behold the bright hammer, the pillar of might, a beacon of fire in the depths of the night. The thunder is roaring, the victory is won by the power of Odin's most glorious son. The hammer is still, the storm starts to fade, the thunder remains in the path that was made. We push from the sand where the mountains are high, beneath the cold arch of the northernmost sky. The dragonhead thirsts for the salt and the foam, as we turn our backs on the comforts of home. The raven is flying towards the unknown, across the dark path that the ancients have shown. To westernmost shores where the Greenlands are found, where treasures of gold and of glory abound. We follow the sun as it sinks in the deep, while watchers of Asgard their long vigils keep. The sunstone is held to the grey misted light, to guide us through fog and the terrors of night. The whale road is long and the currents are strong, but we steady our hearts with a voyager's song. The raven is flying towards the unknown, across the dark path that the ancients have shown. To westernmost shores where the destiny waits, to open the locks of the faraway gates. The salt spray is biting, but spirits are high, beneath the vast dome of the limitless sky. From halls in the sea, testing the spirit of those who are free. Heave on the ashwood and pull on the line, to conquer the water and drink of the brine. The coastline is rising, a shadow of green, the richest of prizes that we've ever seen. The journey is over, the battle is near. We trade in our oars for the shield and the spear. spear. To westernmost shores where our legends are made, by the strength of the arm and the edge of the blade. The dragon has landed, the saga begins, to gather the glory that bravery wins. Heavy, my body is old, but stories of glory are yet to be told. I fought through the winter and bled in the sun. The work of my lifetime is finally done.
My shield has been shattered, my spear point is keen. The fiercest of battles are what I have seen. I look to the clouds where the riders descend, to carry me home at the journey's end.
The Valkyries circle, their wings are like flame.
They whisper of honor, they whisper our name.
Valhalla awaits with its rafters of gold, where tales of the fearless forever are told. We'll sit at the table and drink of the mead, the final reward for each glorious steed. The wounds that we carry are badges of pride,
with ancestors walking here close to our side.
We fear not the darkness, we fear not the cold,
for the gates of the All-Father's Hall are unrolled.
The Valkyries circle,
their wings are like flame. They whisper of honor, they whisper our name.
Valhalla awaits and the fires burn bright, a beacon of glory in eternal light. No more of the sorrow, no more of the pain, only the spirit that cannot be slain.
Heimdall is watching the bridges in sight, a ribbon of color through the black of the night. Odin is calling the brave to his throne, to claim the great kingdom we've always known. We've always known.
Valhalla awaits where the heroes belong, to join in the chorus of the ultimate song. The doors are wide open, the torches are high, beneath the vast arch of the celestial sky.